Version 3.3 is bringing us Hiyuki, and the hype is absolutely real. As the next major DPS stepping onto the roster right after Carlotta, the community's expectations are through the roof. So, let's stop wasting time. Today I am giving you the definitive, complete breakdown of Hiyuki's entire kit, her mechanics, and why she might just become the strongest unit on your account. Right out of the gate, Hiyuki is an incredibly technical character. Operating with two distinct physical combat stances, her base form, known as the normal combat body, and her advanced form, the seeking stance. In her base form, her basic attack string is a rapid 3-hit Glacio combo. You need to pay close attention to that third strike, because it automatically applies one stack of a crucial effect called Frostbite to the enemy. Her heavy attacks in his normal stance consumes stamina for a powerful Glacio strike, but the real magic happens when her unique resource gauge is topped off. When full, holding the attack button transforms her heavy into a special move called Cold Arrow. This move fires 3 consecutive phantom arrows, draining 100 points of her mind resource per shot, dealing massive resonance liberation tier damage, and rapidly stacking even more frostbite on the target. This leads us perfectly into her incredibly deep forte circuit, officially titled Eternal Frost. Hiyuki is managing 3 separate internal resources here. Mind, capped at 300 points. Chill, also capped at 300 points. And IAI stacks, which max out at 3 when she is fighting in her base stance. Landing that third normal attack or her resonance skill feeds you 100 mind points. Meanwhile, using her alternate stance skills or pulling off successful parries and dodges builds up your chill gauge. But the absolute core of her entire kit revolves around the Frostbite effect. Whenever Hiyuki is in your party, any standard frost effect applied by a teammate is instantly upgraded into her signature Frostbite. Once an enemy hits 10 stacks, Hiyuki's advanced skills immediately detonate them, triggering a severe frost explosion for catastrophic Glacio damage. Furthermore, once her chill gauge reaches at least 100 points, holding the attack button causes her to dash backward and enter the highly anticipated Jujutsu stance. During this quick draw state, short pressing the attack button spends 100 chill for a blindingly fast Glacio strike that counts as resonance liberation damage. If you have an IAI stack banked, using this quick draw consumes it to massively crank up the damage multiplier. Slap 3 instant frostbite stacks on the enemy and grant Hiyuki a shield. The fluidity of dashing back, sheathing the sword, and striking with that much power is going to feel absolutely incredible in combat. Moving over to her resonance skill, simply called Frost Penalty. In her standard stance, casting this deals Glacio damage and instantly refunds 100 points of her mind resource. But what makes this skill phenomenal is the combo potential. If you trigger a basic attack immediately after casting this skill, she skips straight to the third hit of her normal combo, allowing you to farm those crucial frostbite stacks at lightning speed. Once you shift into her IAI stance, the skill gains aerial variations. Cast on the ground, it becomes white ice cuts, pulling enemies in while dealing Glacio damage. Cast in the air, it transforms into falling flower, gathering enemies and dealing heavy Glacio damage. A brilliant detail here is that if she gets hit by an enemy while winding up these specific skills, her damage taken is reduced by 100%, giving her a flawless built-in parry mechanic. Seeking myself, to even cast this, you first need to perform her Cold Arrow heavy attack to unlock the Seeking Heart state. Once unlocked, hitting the ultimate unleashes immense Glacio damage, instantly maxes out your 3 precious IAI stacks, completely clears out your mind and chill gauges, and forces her directly into the Seeking stance while applying 4 instant stacks of Frostbite. But wait, it gets better. There is a second phase to her ultimate called Returning Blade. By holding down the ultimate button, Hiyuki enters a time-stop charging state. The battlefield completely freezes, she locks into place, and she consumes 1 stack of a unique resource every 0.7 seconds. When you finally release the button, she unleashes a devastating, screen-clearing Glacio attack. The longer you let her charge during the time stop, the higher the damage climbs, capping out at an astronomical 2300% multiplier. This is easily shaping up to be one of the strongest nuke abilities in the entire game. Looking at her utility, her intro skill, Frost Edge, drops her into the fight with a burst of Liberation tiered Glacio damage and 1 stack of Frostbite. If she enters in her normal stance, it also hands her 100 mind points to kickstart her combos. Her outro skill, Snow Illumination, is a fantastic support tool. It dictates that for 20 seconds after Hiyuki leaves the field, all other party members deal 20% more Glacio damage to any enemy currently afflicted with Frostbite. Her inherent passives tie the whole kit together. The first passive automatically regenerates 1 IAI stack if she is out of combat for more than 4 seconds. The second passive dictates that whenever teammates apply frost effects, Hiyuki gains a snow rust buff, stacking up to 3 times. At 1 stack, enemies take 50% more damage from Frostbite. 2 stacks bump Hiyuki's own critical damage by 40%. And 3 stacks deepen the enemy's Frostbite damage vulnerability by another 30%. Finally, for the heavy investors, let us break down her resonance chains. Chain 1 boosts all seeking stance basic, heavy, and wind attack damage by 120% and adds a suction effect to her strikes. Chain 2 is a massive power spike, increasing the damage multiplier of her quick-draw IAI attacks by 110% and massively boosting her out-of-combat resource regeneration. Chain 3 makes it so that every time a character joins a team, Hiyuki instantly gets snow rest stacks, and the base damage of her normal stance skills is bumped by 120%. Chain 4 turns her into a direct team buffer, stating that whenever Hiyuki casts her normal or quick-draw skills, she increases the damage dealt by all nearby party members by 20% for 30 seconds. Chain 5 is a flat 80% multiplier boost to all of her resonance skills. And lastly, Chain 6. This is pure whale territory. It increases the damage of her ultimate forms by 150% and modifies the snow rust buff so that the Frostbite damage deepen effect now applies a massive abnormal status multiplier. Essentially, this means her fully charged time stop ultimate will completely obliterate anything on the screen, completely bypassing their innate resistances. To summarize, Hiyuki is an insanely technical, high-risk, high-reward Glacio DPS character. You are going to need to carefully manage her stances, meticulously build up her Frostbite stacks, and time her massive IAI Jujutsu quick draws perfectly to maximize her damage ceiling. Her time-stopping ultimate alone makes her one of the most unique characters in the game's history. So, let me know in the comments, are you hyped for Hiyuki? And are you planning to test out that massive ultimate damage multiplier for yourself? If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to support the channel by dropping a like, and I will see you in the next one.